Hi, I'm Beth Cox, and I'm going to help you build strong and effective glutes. The number one question I get from folks about glute training is why isn't it working, right? Everyone says I need to do squats, I need to do lunges, I need to do bridges and hip thrusts, and I'm doing them. I'm working so hard, I've added weight, but I still don't see the results I'm looking for. So the number one reason why this happens is we're not training that muscle through its full range of motion. As a matter of fact, most of us aren't actually training it at all, right? We're completely skipping the glutes in those exercises that are supposed to be so great for our glutes. Why does this happen? Well, most of us, if you're like me, or maybe middle-aged, or we've been around a while, and we've gotten into some poor movement mechanics. We overuse and clench our glutes just to stand, right? They're in the habit of being short when we're sitting, and they become ineffective. So other muscles start kicking in. So to visualize how the muscles in our body work, let's think about the bicep muscle, right? So bicep is attached in the shoulder and also at the elbow, right? And so as I shorten that muscle and contract it, it bends the elbow, and as I lengthen that muscle, it lowers the arm. So it shortens and lengthens, shortens and lengthens. So if instead of going through that full range of motion, I just contract that bicep, right, and I keep it short, and now I try to move through that range of motion, now I'm not actually working that bicep effectively anymore. Notice I didn't say we're not working it. It's working hard. It's just not doing any work, right? It is burning from holding tight. It's getting tired. But what's actually doing the work? My shoulder and then maybe my back, right? If you don't have the movement available where it's supposed to happen, in this case at the elbow, it's gonna come from the shoulder, right? Or the whole body, or maybe even the wrist, right? You'll see some of that. So in cases of the glutes, if I'm tight through the glutes, if this muscle is on, right, like so many of us, then something else is going to move instead. So it's going to be probably the knee, right? So you're going to feel some knee strain, or that lumbar spine, that lower back. Because if I don't have the movement available here, it's going to come from the next available joints. So if I squat down, what I should feel is the spine doesn't move, so there's nothing straining in the back. The glutes open up and load, and I've got a little bit of work in the quads, kind of in the belly, not a whole lot. I'm loading up back in the glutes, right? A little bit in the calves, they're in a stretch. There's no strain in the knee, there's no strain in the back, and there's no strain in the neck, right? So we want that head in line with your spine as well. So now in this position, my glutes are ready and available to push me up. And the same thing, very popular lunge, right? I prefer more of a single leg squat style lunge, where this is kind of in that same alignment I just had. And I'm loaded through the glutes here, and they're going to push me up. If, on the other hand, those muscles are tight, right, and they're staying tight, they're contracted, now, I've been told I need to get my hips back, so I'm probably still going to do that, but how am I going to do that? I'm probably going to shorten through the back. So if I tighten up my glutes here, and now my back shortens too, now my abs can't hold on either, right, because all this is compressing, so it's not as attractive either, right? And now my knees are starting to feel it, because my quads are overworking, because my knees are taking more than they should. My hips are not moving effectively at all. It's really coming from my back and my knees right there. And now my toes even started to grab the floor. I mean, everything falling apart and coming up here. So now I felt that in my quads, my back, and even my toes. Crazy, right? So try to relax your feet, relax your knees, relax your spine, right? It's in a long line, not scrunched together. And we'll try to open up the glutes. So visualize your sit bones, those little bones on the bottom of your butt there, right? They're attached to your pelvis. Visualize them widening apart, like the butt cheeks spreading, right? As you squat down. And if in this position you feel your back or you feel your knees, let's just test it for a second. Squeeze your glutes and then let it go. Again, squeeze and let it go. Maybe they were already squeezed. And then let's work to stand up, right? Lower down and stand up. So if that felt like, oh my gosh, I'm still all in my knees, I'm still in my back, I can't get my glutes to like release and open up and load, then my next video is for you. That is going to focus on foam rolling and stretching and working on the hip hinge so that we can get that length and that loading position for the glutes, right? And then after that, following video will be exercises that we put on that good, solid movement, all right? So look for me, look for my video on how to build strong, effective glutes, video 2 to help to foam roll, release, and stretch, open up those glutes and load them, and my video 3 that will focus on some great solid exercises and how to do them well. Thanks.